Hello, you're watching this video probably because you're interested on pursuing your professional engineer designation in Manitoba. So now I'm here to share with you the option I took among the several other options available for academic qualification. I am Geraldine Velasco, and I am a member of the Filipino chapter of the Engineers Geoscientists Manitoba. I am a BS Metallurgical Engineering graduate from the University of the Philippines in Diliman in 2004. After passing the Metallurgical Engineering Board exam, I got hired as a Metallurgical Incorporated. Shortly after that, I moved to Intel Technologies Philippines as a Quality and Reliability Engineer for 3 years. When the Philippines manufacturing plant shut down in 2009, I immigrated to Canada. I arrived in Winnipeg last October 2009 with my husband and a 4-month-old baby in my tummy. Adjustment period is inevitable with most of the new immigrants, so it is extremely important that you and your family are ready emotionally and financially as you plan in settling here in Manitoba. I also had my fair share of the adjustment challenges and struggles that had me pushed out the academic assessment 2.5 years later. After 10 months upon arrival in Winnipeg, when my firstborn is just 5 months old, I got hired as a quality inspector at Griffin Whels Canada. It is a steel foundry that manufactures train wheels. I was contented with my job as an inspector, and the pay is good. It was more physical but less stressful compared to my past jobs in the Philippines, and I could see myself retiring on the same job. Most importantly, because I don't want to go back to school. I actually never planned in pursuing PN here in Canada. I have no time. I'm working full-time with a lot of forced overtimes, and I had a 1-year-old baby who wants all my attention. I barely had time for myself. However, my husband, Dr. Angelito Velasco, who was working on his PN designation at that time, managed to change my mind. He consistently encouraged me to pursue PN and be able to go back to my line of profession. He even volunteered information on what to do. He keeps on telling me to stop making alibis whenever I tell him the reasons why I can't do it. Eventually, I finally decided to pursue PN after less than 2 years of his constant follow-ups. I had my academic credentials assessed last April 2012. Last December 2014, I took my 5th and last confirmatory exam, and after that, I was approved as an engineer in training or member in training in March 2015, which means I am now academically qualified as a metallurgical engineer in Manitoba. I chose confirmatory exam option because of mainly 2 reasons. One, no budget. Number 2, I have no time and am not willing to go back to school as a regular student. Since I'm working full-time in a company that I believe is a good fit to my area of discipline, I'm convinced that I have a better future in the company. That's why giving up my job at that time was never an option, and most importantly, we needed an income. We cannot afford to do full-time studies, and we have nobody to look after our 2-year-old baby. I was a new driver, and driving back and forth to University of Manitoba every day, which takes about 30 to 45 minutes one way, is a big no-no for me. I tried to apply to the interview option, but I was advised that creating a panel consisting of metallurgical and materials engineers would be close to impossible, and it would be faster if I'll take the confirmatory exams option instead. Another thing I like about this option is that I can study whenever, wherever convenient for me, instead of rearranging my schedule to fit into my study schedule. I just had to take one day off from work during the exam day. EGM, or Engineers Geoscientist Manitoba, offers only 2 exam sessions per year, usually in the month of May and December. Allowed to take up to 3 subjects per session. In my case, I just took 1 exam per session. I started last December 2012 and completed the 5 exams in December 2014, roughly 2.5 years. The assigned number of technical exams ranges from exams to 5 exams, depending on the completed degree. Take note that only completed degrees are considered. You can choose specific subject per exam from a long list of topics in your field, which means narrower compared to the fundamentals of engineering option, and you have 6 months to prepare. The reference materials or the book list sample exams are available in the EGM website, and the cost is $300 per exam plus the reference materials. Struggles and challenges. It's not easy for sure. As with all other options, the confirmatory exam option requires a lot of self-discipline and research skills. In my case, I'm still adjusting to my new environment in Canada. I'm newly married, I had my firstborn, and I'm new to the work environment. Juggling all those things and adding the stress of doing self-study was a real challenge. I needed to keep my job to help pay the bills. And when I'm home, I needed to take care of our toddler who demands all my attention. So staying focused and disciplined in doing self-study in between work, household chores, and mommy chores was my greatest struggle during my academic qualification. On the other hand, I could have not done it without the 101% support of my husband, who, by the way, pushed me to do this. It helped a lot that I have my own tutor at home, who helps me a lot from helping me answer the sample questions to driving me back and forth to the 5 exams. You can plan out your study time and stick to it. Use time wisely, cut the Facebook and TV time, and learn to prioritize. You have to stay focused and disciplined. Another advice for you is to prepare all the materials you need at the start of the 6 months allotted period for the preparation. In choosing the subject, I suggest that you choose the subject that you are most familiar with and most relevant to your current job or prospective job. Also, use the sample exams posted in the EGM website as one of your main research study for you to have an idea what type of questions you'll expect during the exam. The actual questions ranges from exactly the same questions from the past exam papers. They can be slightly modified or totally brand new questions. That's why the more sample exams that you can answer correctly, the better. You can also find good references on online publications and buy or borrow second-hand books, which are listed on the EGM website or from the mail that Ms. Claudia Shimko sends out in the mail once you registered for the exam. Back on the time when I'm choosing what option to take, I'm glad I took the confirmatory exams. Remember I told you earlier that I took this option because I have no budget and no time to go to school. Well, I did not have to spend $1 in taking these exams, except for the cost of the books and the reference materials. My company paid every exam, including the assessment fee of $440. I was even offered the quality engineer position after taking 2 exams. What's great is that I'm the first quality engineer in the company's Winnipeg plant. After 1 year, the metallurgist position opened up. Again, I was offered the position, even if I was not yet an EIT, because they know I'm already working on my metallurgical engineering academics qualification. They probably felt it already in their pocket. Now that I am an EIT, I already have the required engineering job experience that can be counted towards PEng, which was possible because I did not have to give up my job while taking my academic qualification. That same job that paved the way to moving up to the job position I had in the Philippines where I was a licensed engineer. Now I have both the qualification and job experience, so I have more options in my professional career. I can move to a better company or I can opt to stay with my current position that is exactly my field of discipline. What I'm saying is that with the confirmatory exam option, you don't have to give up getting job experience in order to study, so you're getting the best of both worlds. The job you have may be an entry-level position and may or may not count as engineering experience, but it will surely count as a Canadian experience towards the job position you want and definitely adds to your knowledge. So, if you ask me why I pursued PEng here in Manitoba, actually, I was just pushed by my husband. But I'm really grateful that I took action on it. As they say, we don't know what the future holds. It's wise to be properly equipped in your career and live life with no regrets. So, start your academic credential recognition assessment today. No more alibis. Good luck. Thanks for watching this video.